Hello and welcome back, your lovely faces, to another video here on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have some major bombshells going on here? I do want to say thank you to Tug, that umbrella guy, for sending these over to me. His link is below to the original video where these are. Go show him some love, subscribe, send him a like, and while you're at it, give us a like and also a subscribe if you're already not. Well, we're going to be looking at some emails that Adam Waldman has sent from himself to Twitter. And everyone knows that his account was suspended because Twitter has said, oh, you broke some Twitter rules. But he hasn't. We all know the Twitter rules. We all know what goes on. We all know what happens. Someone, or well, a lot of people, have mass flagged him. And what happens at Twitter is, when one account or one tweet or whatever, and they get mass flagged, and I mean there's hundreds, if not thousands, of reports for one account, they normally just shut it down like that. You know, they go, well, shut it down. If they appeal, then we'll look into it. That's how it goes. Because if there's so many people reporting, they all can't be like, oh, right, okay. The computer that they use, the algorithm or whatever they use over there, it'll be like, oh, right, okay, there we go, boom, get rid of it, shut it down. That's what they do. But this is what we got, guys. We're going to spin this around. We're just going to say, Dear Twitter. My name is Adam Waldman, and I am an American lawyer. My colleagues have contacted you about two matters, which they say they have not received a response from you about, so I thought I would follow up directly. First, my client, Johnny Depp, 10.2 million followers on Instagram, has instructed me to open a verified Twitter account in his name so he can begin tweeting. That'd be cool straight away. Second, my account has been targeted by trolls and suspended by Twitter with no reason given. And there can be no reason. I know the rules of Twitter and I've carefully followed them. My tweets routinely receive 200,000 to 550,000 views. His impressions must be through the roof with the tweets that he does. I respectfully request that my account be reinstated, and I would also like to be verified, which, as I understand it, makes this less likely to occur in the future. May we discuss? Thank you and kind regards, Adam. Well, obviously, some things went by and Adam had to send another email. So, dear Twitter, I understand that moments after I sent you my inquiry below, you responded to about my client Johnny Depp's requested Twitter account, but not a word about mine. Mr. Depp has instructed me to talk about his account with someone at Twitter this week. If that someone is not you, could you please direct me to someone else? That's a good little one. I would like a response about my suspended Twitter account, please. No email has been sent to me explaining why, despite repeated promises, no notice was given, no reason was provided. Perhaps my suspension was a mistake that Twitter intends to remedy. Perhaps it is something else, and I will need to take other action. I would like to know which. Thank you, Adam Waldman. And then this is when you can tell now they're like, oh, we're not going to reply. Because he had to send another email. Dear Twitter, this is my third message to you regarding, number 1, setting up a verified Twitter account for my client Johnny Depp, as he has instructed me. And number 2, unsuspending my Twitter account, which was shut down without any of Twitter's procedures and process, including notice, expression of basis, and what to do when does this suspension end. Does something need to be filed to end it? Why was I singled out and treated differently regarding notices than any other suspended account? In the meantime, my voice is silenced. I would be grateful if you or someone at Twitter would contact me today about these two matters. Johnny Depp has accrued 10.2 million followers on Instagram with a mere handful of posts, and he was the fastest to 1 million followers in the history of Instagram, which he was. I believe it took something really stupid. It was something like, I think it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. As soon as he went on him, boom, he had 1 million followers straight away. That's because he's Johnny Depp. He is one of the highest grossing actors in Hollywood history. I find it concerning that nobody responds to me. Then this is what happens when, because literally they're like, right, I do this, we're doing this, my client is Johnny Depp, everyone knows who he is, but you're still not getting back to us. Hello Adam, hello all. Confirming receipt of your correspondence and have asked the relevant team to look into your case. We will be back in touch after the weekend with an update. Twitter was in touch earlier yesterday about launching the Johnny Depp handle, in reply to which we suggested we get together to talk through the onboarding and launch strategy. We're awaiting a time that suits everybody, so do let us know and if you'd like to be involved. Thanks, Twitter. And the stupidest thing about that is like literally, it's like, oh, do you want to be involved? It's almost like we hold all the keys to you, Mr. Waldman. If you want Johnny Depp's name, if you want this, if you want that, we're going to make you all jump through hoops. Which you can just tell, obviously, whoever is sending these emails, they're a bit like, oh, well, sod them. We don't care. It's all about Amber Heard. That could be one thing. Or they could just like Amber Heard and that's why they're doing it. But that's what we got, and Neo carried on. Dear Twitter, following up on both unsuspending my Twitter account and setting up Johnny Depp's, is there a time we may schedule to discuss? I noticed Twitter has received a large outpouring of complaints from the public about the suspension of my account. Many of these Twitter users are DA survivors, men and women, who have also been attacked online and been the subject of targeted complaints to silence them. I suspect this is what happened to me. I am eager to hear and resolve whatever the issue is with my account, and to launch Mr. Depp's. Thank you, Adam. And that's very true with that one there. So many people have been, they've been zeroed in on by people of AHs, fans of simps, stands, whatever you want to call them. And when they've been, they've been reported, these tweets are, look at what they're doing, look at this, look at that. They're literally not caring about it. They literally do not care. And that is actually a really horrible thing to do, because it almost seems like Twitter, as long as they go by our opinions, we're fine. But it carried on. Dear Twitter, it is now the 8th day that my Twitter account has been suspended for no reason. No reason was provided despite repeated promises to do so, and there can be no reason. I did not violate Twitter policies in any respect. I post only public, non-confidential legal documents, news articles, and occasionally cultural references like song lyrics to show the truth of a public matter. I express no personal opinion outside the four corners of those public documents. Respectfully, I request that my Twitter account be restored, and that Twitter communicate with me about what happened. This is my 5th note to that end. Also, in my experience as a lawyer representing high-profile people, it is unusual that no one from Twitter has gotten back to me about opening up Johnny Depp's Twitter handle. He was the fastest in Instagram history to 1 million followers, now sitting at 10.2 when he launched on that platform. May we have a discussion about that too? Then we got another one here, which, this again, it just shows Twitter is almost saying to Adam, we're going to do what we want. If you want Johnny on this platform, if you want yourself back here, you have to play ball. You have to go by our rules. Dear Adam, the relevant team has now looked into your account, and I can tell you that your account was suspended due to multiple violations of our private information policy. But you still got tons of people on there doxing people, and they're fine. What's going on, Twitter? More information about this policy can be found here. As you do not have an email address linked to the account, you would not have been notified of these violations by email. Which, that's kind of interesting, because I always thought you needed an email to sign up to Twitter. Because that's what you do. To get the, you need to click here to go through to your account and sign up and all this kind of stuff. Instead, you would have received a prompt giving you the reason for the tweet being bounced and requesting that you delete the tweet before being able to access your account again. You should also have received a prompt upon the subsequent suspension, which would have also given you information on how to appeal. There is no appeal recorded, but I've asked the team to review in light of our correspondence. This has not been successful. You know what, whoever's writing this, they are literally saying, I got the power. It's almost like they're holding up the Twitter logo and being like He-Man, I have the power. The Johnny Depp handle is reserved for use, and per previous correspondence, we would always recommend running quickly through the onboarding and launch strategy with all high-profile partners beforehand. Twitter is on PST while I'm on BST, so time that would suit both of us would work best. Thanks, Twitter. And with that, it's one of the biggest things ever, because this just goes to show how much of a pain in the ass Twitter at this moment in time. So many people have gone to him and been like, guys, this is what's happening. This has happened. We need these people suspended, or this account, they need to delete these tweets, but they don't do it. There's so many tweets which have been deleted and everything else from people who haven't said bad things. But then you get people who have literally gone out and said, I'm going to do this to you, to your family, this, that. I know where you live at this address. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? Then they flash all this information online, you report that tweet, and they do nothing about it. They're like, oh no, it's fine. But so, it's like, come on guys, are you seriously going to be doing this? But I do like the fact that, people like Adam Waldman, Tug for instance, and a few other people, ones who have like over, 15,000 followers on Twitter and everything else, they're not verified. But you got some people who literally have like 1,000 followers or whatever, just because they write for an online article or whatever, they're verified. How does that even work? It's kind of interesting. But that's what we got today, ladies and gentlemen. And like I say, Tug's link is down below. Go and show him some love. Again, thank you ever so much, Tug, for this. This is amazing. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.